Hello everyone, this is Anchorlight here. So I'm gonna make this video today because I kind of want to talk about some things when it comes to trade skills, when it comes to like your skilling and some of the experiences that you may run into when you play in Lost Ark. Okay, a friend of mine came up to me yesterday and she dawned on me a video that talks about the main issues of Lost Ark, or the current issues, or the biggest issues, I should say, that are existing in Lost Ark. And a lot of those issues dawned on me because they all relate to, I think, one simple thing. Like you have fions as an issue, you have gold making as an issue, you have rating as an issue, like stereotypes and such. You have like training problems when it comes to raids, where you don't know what to expect when you're walking into these raids and you're new and this is your first week kind of playing the game and things like that. And you just don't know what to do. You're playing this game, you like the game a lot, you like the play style of the game. It's a Korean style game. It reminds you of like, whatever. But it fits a lot of like the cravings and the needs of an MMO that you like, right? And I encourage you to look at that same sort of perspective in everything that you do in this video game. Most people have this perspective and this great feeling of, okay, well, I like this game a lot, but then they'll turn around and complain about 90% of the things that are existing in the game. Not that that's the wrong thing to do, but I encourage you to look at the things that you can do to solve those issues. Some of those things that you can do to solve those issues are some of the videos that you've seen already that I've posted. That is doing your trade skills. Okay? The reason why you want to consistently do your trade skills simultaneously to doing your raids is because trade skills offer you quite a bit of gold. Is it in a small period of time? It is not. Is it instant? It is not. It's going to trade your time for gold, but it's a second passive income, okay? Because your first passive income in Lost Ark is doing your raids. That's the first one. When you're doing your raids and you're clearing gate 1, gate 2, gate 3 of whatever kind of weekly raid boss, you're getting gold instantly. Up to three times a day, or 3 times a character, for up to 6 characters, okay? That's like an instant gratification. Trade skills works a little bit differently. Trade skill gold that you obtain and earn is more earned over time. After X amount of hours, you will make X amount of things that can sell for X amount of gold. And that's where this passive income in this video also comes in, because I'm trying to introduce to you guys the second way that you can bring and funnel a source of gold in that's guaranteed to you. It's not chance. This trade skill stuff is guaranteed to you. As a player that plays this game, these trade skills are something that people completely ignore. And I just explained that it's a second passive income, and yet we are ignoring it because it can make you just as much as your raids will. If you're not bussing, of course. If you are bussing, then your raids are going to make more gold than doing trade skills. But nonetheless, it is still a secondary income. The gold that I make when I'm doing trade skills per week is 60,000 gold or more every single week. And the reason why I say or more is because we're not including great successes. Great successes also exist into this game as another way to give you a little boost in your income. And that's not guaranteed. But what is guaranteed is that I'm making 60,000 gold just from doing my trade skills. It's crazy to think about that because week by week, we'll play this game and we're only doing our weeklies on our alts and praying that we get an accessory that we can sell, and that accessory that can sell that will make us lots of gold. You see how that's like wishful thinking? Because you're preying on something that is consistently chanced. Why not prey on something that, or work on something that's guaranteed to you, right? Like trade skills. Trade skills is very linear. So I encourage you to consider doing trade skills. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in this video. Hi, Luna, by the way. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to go run a platinum field ticket. And I've already done this in my previous videos before, but I'm going to run a platinum field ticket to show you what that looks like. And if you want to look at it in a good run or a bad run, I have like 2 videos on my channel. You can go and check those out as well. But I'm going to show you, and I'm going to run the numbers again in this video just to help you guys for that sake. So let me go ahead and first I'm going to go live for a friend of mine. It's in the Discord chat. But secondly, I'm going to go over to the main town, and I'm going to go to Nia Village, and I'm going to go to the spot in Nia Village where I can do the platinum field ticket. Most people that do trade skills, they really don't know that these platinum field tickets can make them quite a bit of gold, okay? and I mean quite a bit. I tell people like what they can make by total result, but when you put in the actual time and the dimes, like you will really get a lot of gold out of it. So the one thing I want you to note first, real quick, is in this video, I have several builds for my main character, my Berserker. This video that I'm currently using, I kind of tabbed it in my mass preset. When you press Alt and hold Alt and press E, you can open up your mass preset tab, and you can set separate different tabs. I have a GVE, GVG, Skilling, I have a Guardian Raid, and I have a Chaos Dungeon tab. So the one I have in my Skilling tab that I created for myself is I have certain skills in here, along with some others, that allow me to be able to move around the map very efficiently and quickly. Another thing that's in here that's not really important is your gems. You don't really need to worry about the gems. But what is important is your gear preset. You can either run Betrayal or Dominion. I recommend running Betrayal in the beginning, but when you start to get the hang of doing Platinum Field tickets, I would recommend you consider doing Dominion for cooldown reduction on your skills. And then you can choose which card set you want to run. In my opinion, I recommend you should consider doing this card set here, the one that is the Romanticists, the 2 set and the 4 set, specifically the 4 set, because when you're tumbling around, there's a 1 in 10 chance that you will reset your movement skill instantly. It's like a little white aura that you'll see, and it has a very small audible. Nothing to really pay attention to, but it does add a little bit of quality of life when you're doing your Platinum Field tickets. So these are the things to consider. You want to max out your movement speed and your cooldown reduction when you have your swiftness combat stat, of course. And then you want to make sure that you have different things I consider to have, like Awakening, or if you want to run like the Dominion set, or you don't have to do this at all. Because I'm not running the Dominion set, I'm going to get rid of Awakening and max out Magic Addiction, or Magic Stream. Where is that at? I think I have it at the top here. The reason why I'm going to do that is because if you look at the level 3 of Magic Stream, it gives me additional cooldown reduction for not getting hit. That will help my skills. Let's go ahead and get in here. I have the tools that I need. This is my skills tab. I have all relic tools. You're not going to be using every single tool. The main tools that you're going to be using are your foraging tool, which these are my stats for this. If you want to look at this, please pause the video. My mining tool. These are going to be the 2 essential things that I'm going to be using when I'm doing this Platinum Field ticket run. These are going to be very important. The things you want to note when you're getting these tools is that the most important thing as the effects on the tool are your super armor and your durability non-reduction probability. Everything else is great, but it's not a requirement to start. But when you start to get into trade skills and you start to make gold and you want to invest into your trade skill tools to better promote your gold, I recommend getting higher and higher level or tier tools. But some of the things you want to pay attention to is this is a best in slot kind of foraging tool, okay? This has the rare material acquisition rate, which gives me more blue flowers and more blue mushrooms. This has the foraging trade skill basic reward bonus, which gives me more basic mushrooms and basic wildflowers. And this gives me more gathering speed as well. That's really, really good. Those are going to be very important things when you're doing Platinum Field tickets. And before you go in to do a Platinum Field ticket, please note right here in this video that you cannot do Platinum Field tickets without having Green Thumb. You need to have level 30 foraging, okay? That is the bare minimum requirement to do Platinum Field tickets. The reason why it's the bare minimum to do Platinum Field tickets is because once you get 5 Essences of Vigor, which drops on chance while doing foraging, you will activate and trigger Green Thumb, as you see in the description. Triggering Green Thumb will give you 100% special material acquisition rate. What is that? So what that is if you hover over the special material acquisition rate on the right-hand side of your foraging details, you will see that there's a chance, and it being at 100% when Green Thumb is active, it's saying you will get and acquire each tier material on every single trigger as long as Green Thumb is active. And this works simultaneously to your rare material acquisition rate and your basic reward acquisition rate. So you're getting all these combinations of materials, right, in large amounts and large quantities, okay? Another thing you want to note when you're doing Platinum Field tickets is that Platinum Fields do not use energy. When you're inside of Platinum Fields, you do not exert any energy from this bar down here. Okay, no life energy is used in Platinum Fields. Another thing to take note of is that leaf essences do not count in Platinum Fields as well. The only trigger to using leaf essence is if you're using energy. If you're not using energy, then you will not use leaf essence. So that is why leaf essence does not work in Platinum Fields as well. Let's go ahead and do a Platinum Field ticket. I ran out of materials and I need materials to start to begin crafting for the day. while I work on my other things of that, on my other characters, like my Story Express character. But I want to make sure that this is crafting while I'm doing that. So the thing you want to note when you're clicking on the statue is you're not going to do Odutian's Canal. You're not going to do that one. The one that you're going to focus on is Nahum's Domain, or Nahum's Domain. And you're going to do it solo. No parties, no matchmaking, just you. How you do that is you just enter, and we go right in. I'm going to say a lot of things that's going to occur in this video, but please do note, go back into the video so that way you can track and keep note of what is important and what's not important. The first thing you want to do when you get inside this Platinum Field ticket is type 3 things. You want to type AT, and it'll hover over this thing at the bottom. You click that. You want to type CY, and you want to type in WH and click those things. And you're going to see these things highlight on the map. I'm going to do it again. AT, CY, WH. This gives me the idea of where the gatherables are and what route I need to take to get the first buff in Platinum Fields, which is the Nature's Balance. Nature's Balance is going to reduce the consumption of the durability on my tool by 50% on top of what I currently have on it already, which is roughly 34%. So when I'm doing trade skills such as foraging, which I'm going to be doing a lot in this Platinum Field run, you're going to notice that I'm going to be going very fast, and I'm going to be triggering a lot of nodes. So reducing the chances of the durability of my tool breaking by a lot is going to really help me accelerate and use the tool for longer periods and longer Platinum Fields, or more Platinum Fields, I should say. So I got a gatherable from the cypress tree because I typed in CY and figured out where the cypress tree is. I'm going to turn in 2 gatherables before I begin doing foraging. The first gatherable is going to give me gathering speed, or they're going to give me the gathering speed buff, Nature's Wind. So every time I have a stack, I'm going to get gathering speed and movement speed for every buff. So my movement speed now is capped. So now I'm going to look for another gatherable to get that next buff that's going to reduce the duration or the consumption, durability, chance when I'm doing my trade skills. So there's an Atlight right here, and then there's a cypress tree on my left. I'm going to try that as well. Okay, so I did not get anything from the 2 Atlights. I'm going to cut this tree down. While I'm doing that, I'm going to keep typing these things to see out where the next locations are for these. So there's 2 white flowers on the top there. I can go for those if I don't get one here. I got lucky. Good. So I got another gatherable from cutting the cypress tree. I'm using Betrayal and making sure that I don't get hit, because when you do get hit by monsters, you will lose health on this gatherable. It's very important that you don't. And these monsters will spawn out of nowhere. As you see, these beetles will try to hit you. The reason why they don't do damage to you is because you're in Nahum's Domain. They're not here to do damage to you. They're here to do damage to the gatherable. If you notice at the bottom, the very bottom middle of my screen, I have 5 out of 5 HP on my gatherable. If I get hit 5 times, this gatherable disappears, and you do not want to lose that. So now we've turned in 2 gatherables. Let me go ahead and get this Atlight real quick, just to make sure it is a gatherable or not. Okay, it's not, just to make sure. And now I'm going to forge the entire map one time so far. So this is the first part of the Platinum Field ticket. I have 12 minutes and 38 seconds. My job right now is to focus on foraging the entire map. I'm going to hold the mini map up on my left-hand side so you can see what direction I'm going and how I'm doing this. So I have 4 stacks of Essence of Vigor. There's the 5th stack. You can see green thumb activating on my screen. Now my speed in foraging went up to 0.6 seconds, okay? 0.6 seconds from 2.5 seconds. It went down 80%, okay? Because of the first buff that I've acquired and because of my trade skill tool, because I have the gathering speed in the tool. So I'm just gonna keep going, keep going, keep going. Notice that I have not used any energy while being in Platinum Field tickets, as I stated earlier. But I'm using all of my skills to be extremely mobile around the map so I can be very efficient with my time and effective with my time, because I want to maximize getting all the materials from this Platinum Field ticket to me. No one else, no other party member, no other matchmaking thing, just me. I want all these mats. I have Betrayal running because I don't want to get hit when I'm doing these things. It doesn't really matter as long as you're not carrying a gatherable. But when you are carrying a gatherable, you do want to have Betrayal active. And when you become a little bit more better running Platinum Field tickets, you're going to understand that your Platinum Field ticket is going to be very valuable to you when you start to acquire them and doing your real trade skills. So I'm going to keep foraging, keep foraging, keep foraging. My objective right now is to just get all the foraging stuff. You can see I'm getting lots of triggers of different things. I'm getting a lot of materials. Now, if you want to see how many times I'm triggering whatever kind of item because of that acquisition rate, all you have to do is open up your inventory and hover it over to the right and continue to, and go to the storage tab, of course, and then continue to forage. And you'll be able to see how many times I'm triggering different items and different buffs. So like right here, when I go to the trade skill tab and like stronghold tab, you're gonna see that I'm triggering a lot of different things. And that's basically all the triggers that I'm hitting from the acquisition rate. I kind of lose a frame because there's a lot going on in that background. But if you ever want to see how many materials you're making per time you like grab a node, you just need to open up your inventory and go to the stronghold tab and you'll be able to see that I'm getting a lot. But if you want to make that a little bit convenient for you, just close the map and it'll go back to normal. Not the map, the inventory. So I'm just foraging, have the mini map open so I can see where my other gathererables are. That's going to be important a little bit later here. Within about 2 minutes, you're going to see it's very important because once I finish foraging the map, I'm going to reset the map by turning in 2 more gathererables, which is the third buff here. It's going to reveal the hidden part of the map, and it's going to reset all the nodes that I just collected on the map as well. So now I'm almost done. I'm looking for the rest of these nodes of flowers. I see there's a cypress tree right there. I'm going to try to lug that cypress tree. I might get lucky. All right, so I have 9 minutes now. So I'm going to get this cypress tree. I'm going to get this gatherable. And if I'm lucky, I'm going to take this gatherable all the way up to the main point. And I'm going to turn this in and then grab this soil of life gatherable and turn that in as well and reset the map. This is going to be a really good run if that's the case. And it is. So I'm going to go down here real quick, hit this little lizard, activate my betrayal set on because I don't want these guys to hit me when I'm coming down here. And I'm going to drag this guy. I'm going to use the trot skill, pressing E. I'm going to grab the gatherable. Sometimes I get hit, sometimes I don't, but basically I want the betrayal to do all the damage work for me. Those lizards hit quite a bit. They hit you twice, actually. So, but I have 4 HP now on this gatherable. I'm going to hit that tree. I have 30 seconds left. It's still fine. We got very lucky with getting that gatherable there. So I'm going to dodge these guys, and I'm going to trot past them. So once I turn in these 2 gatherables, you're going to see that hidden part of the map at the bottom of the mini map. That's going to be accessible to me. And you're going to see the way to enter it is that through that tree area that you just saw above me. But I'm going to do that same route that you just saw. I'm going to go to the left, forward all the way around. I'm going to enter that cave through this centerpiece, come out the same way after I've forged and mined everything inside the cave, and then finish foraging, and that'll be the platinum field run. And at the end, I'm going to show you how many materials that is. Because I started with absolutely no materials. Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction. I'm sorry. Oops. Way ahead of myself. I need to go all the way back and get this other gatherable. Thank God that I have movement skills. Activate betrayal. Run over here. I still have a lot of time left. This is a really good run, by the way, because a lot of times when you're trying to find gatherables that are closer to the starting point and they don't drop a gatherable, or those that have gatherables don't drop a gatherable and they're close to the starting point, yeah. Like it sucks because sometimes you won't get it. Now this is going to open the secret part of the map. As you just saw, I want to hit escape because I'm trying to save my time. And as you see, the entire map refreshed, okay? Now from here on, gatherables don't matter. Your objective now is to forge the rest of the map and get to the very end point that you saw that I was at earlier with remaining time to do whatever else that you need to do. For me, with the remaining time that I have, I will usually cut trees. And the reason for that, I will explain later in the video. So I'm foraging, I'm trying to get my essence of vigor up. Okay, and here we go. We activated our green thumb. So here I am, speeding through the map. Here we go. I'm just getting these nodes. I'm gonna go down here. I didn't do that earlier in the video, but that's okay. Trying to go up here, grab this exquisite snow bloom. It's a purple node, didn't even know that was there. Mind you, like all the gatherable nodes, like atlites and cypress trees and or pure white herbs, they don't matter anymore. I mean, they're there. You want to get the pure white herbs, of course, because that's what you're in here for, to get the foraging materials. The pure white orb is considered a foraging node still, but the atlites and stuff, you don't need to worry about those. Cypress trees, you don't need to worry about those right now. Right now, you're trying to maximize your time, and I have about 5 minutes left, so I'm just running around. I'm going to try to get all of these nodes. Sometimes you'll get like a spot where it has a gatherable stack on top of it, and you have to pick it up to move it. It's totally fine. I'm just going around. My speed is 0.6 seconds from 2.5 seconds. I'm going. Did I miss it? No, I did. I did miss it. I'm moving, grabbing this pure white herb, forage. I want to pick that gatherable up. I think I spawned some, yeah. There we go, betrayal. I'm just keeping my green thumb uptime as much as possible. Like I said, you don't need a masterwork toolkit to make this happen. You can do this with like a purple tool, as long as you have those basic essentials like the paralysis or the super armor and or the gathering speed or the non-durability reduction. I recommend the non-durability reduction so that way you can continue to use the tool for longer. As you can see, I've had this tool, and I've used the tool on several different nodes already. And by now, in the real game, you would be able to see that icon on the top right of the durability being weak. But the reason why you don't is because I've reduced the chance of me losing durability with the buffs. So here, this is the secret cave. I'm going to juggle my green thumb on top of mining at the same time with Moonlight Miner active, okay? Because I don't exert any energy in here. Moonlight Miner also gives me 100% special reward acquisition rate, but it doubles your energy use. But we're inside of platinum fields. So if you're inside of platinum fields, you're not going to be exerting any energy. So I juggle trying to get both of these at the same time. And you can see on the route at the bottom, I'm just getting each one while also juggling my green thumb and juggling in between different nodes. All right, so I refreshed it, nice, just in time. Grabbing this node, this node. Okay, I reset my tumble. As you saw earlier, there was a little white glow on my character's body. I refreshed my green thumb. I still have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. That's a lot of time. Lots of time. And I'm mining while foraging at the same time. You can see I'm just getting lots and lots of materials. 34, 7. I'm getting 49, 12, 42, 20 of different materials. More mushrooms, more mushrooms. Okay, took 20 seconds on my buff, and I have 1 stack of Essence of Vigor. I'm coming out the same way that I entered. I'm going to find more foraging nodes because I want to keep that green thumb active. So I have 2 Essences of Vigor and 6 seconds left on my buff. I'm probably going to lose it, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so I did lose it here, and I just refreshed it right there. Nice. And a minute and 20 seconds, and I'm literally about to finish the map very soon here. I see the washboard coming down, and the mini map. I might have time to make it across that bridge. get those last few nodes of foraging. Nice, perfect timing. So I'm grabbing this, grabbing these last few nodes, and pretty much I am 100% with 40 seconds remaining. At this point, I can do whatever I want. I'm trying to hit that mob. I'm gonna farm this lush tree. Why not? I'm gonna kick it actually, and then I'm actually mine it after. But I'm gonna get some materials from this lush tree. Got 40 seconds left. I'm just kind of chilling. 90% of the map is taken. My job is done. Everything is complete. So that's the whole platinum ticket. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the materials, and I'm going to show you how much materials that I've acquired in a minute here. But remember, I had 0 crude mushrooms and I had 0 wildflowers at the beginning of this video. I didn't show you that, but the reason why was because I just finished crafting all of my stuff. I just finished crafting like all of my my stronghold stuff. My game froze for a minute, but I'm out of materials to continue crafting anyway. So that's like my proof. 15 minutes, foes destroyed, doesn't matter. You get 6,000 Rockstar XP per ticket that you do. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, this is how many materials I made in that one run. I made almost 4,000 wildflowers, 1,200 crude mushrooms, 50 units each of the bright wildflowers and the exquisite mushrooms. But if you just sell these mushrooms to the market right now, you sell both of these mushrooms. Let's say I had 100. So you take that times this by 71, you know, if let's say I had 100 units rather than 54 units because I had 50 and 50, you made about 8K alone with the flowers, the wildflowers, if you don't want to take it to the next level of what I'm about to show you. And then you can sell, of course, these guys too as well if you want to. Because 4,200, 4,200, 3,000 gold right there as well, right? This is if you don't even bother crafting. It's up to you. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those. And that math totaled up to about 11K, 10 to 11K gold. If you just sell the blue flowers, the blue mushrooms, and you sell the wildflowers, and maybe even the crude mushrooms. But let's say you take it to the next level. I'm going to show you. I'm going to sing the song to go to the stronghold, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with those materials over time. Because I spent 15 minutes doing one platinum field ticket, and that's going to be equal to 30 plus hours of crafting in your stronghold while you're doing something else, while you're going to work, while you're cooking, while you're doing life, while you're taking care of your kids maybe, like whatever the case is. I go into my stronghold, I go up here, and you have 2 different recipes. You have elemental HP potions and you have stimulants. And the only ingredients that elemental HP potions use, just the elementals, the ingredient they use is just flowers of all different grades, okay? I could just craft these up and they cost me little to nothing. One craft is 28 gold. In comparison, if you were to be crafting superior Areha materials, it costs you 225 gold per craft. So if you were to make 30 units of these guys in the crafting system, you're spending 6,000 gold for several hours of waiting and crafting these things. So I say, you know what, why not just create elemental potions that use barely any gold to craft? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna use those materials, additional crafting, go over here, elementals, max it out to 10 or 7. I'm gonna do the same thing here, go to elementals. And now that these are all crafting simultaneously, this will take 8 hours to complete. In 8 hours, I can come back, collect these, and craft another set of these and have plenty of materials to just keep going for the next 8, 16, 24, 32 hours of crafting. With one ticket, I spent 15 minutes buying 30 hours of crafting using increments amount of gold. Like increments. Well, hopefully this video helps you. If you have any questions, please do put it down in the comment section. I'll be able to surely try to assist you anywhere that I can. And please do take advantage of using your trade skills. Take advantage of using that free time that you log in for and do your trade skills. Get some platinum field tickets and use this video as a reference to excel your gold making process, to excel your passive income in the game so you can make decisions, so you can build your characters, so you can do what you want to do with the gold that you have at the end of the day and not feel like you have to play this game, yet you don't have the gold to make decisions and do things that you want to do. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.